Welcome to my channel. Sit back and enjoy the story. The kingdom of Viridia, proud and powerful, had known only conquest. Its mounted knights and disciplined pikemen had swept aside every foe, and its king, Ilara, ruled with an iron fist. When a swirling portal of light appeared on their western border, disgorging not monsters or demons, but a small, seemingly defenseless town, the king saw only a new territory to claim. The Viridian army marched, their banners a sea of crimson and gold against the green hills. The sun glinted off their armor, and the air thrummed with the sound of 1,000 drums. They would make short work of this new providence, but as they approached, the sky, once so clear, became a canvas for a new kind of terror. A screaming sound, like 1,000 banshees, rent the air. Streaks of metal, shaped like monstrous birds, tore through the clouds, their wings screaming with a sound that rattled the very teeth of the Viridian soldiers. These were no dragons, but something far more terrifying. A fighter jet, an F-35, peeled away from its formation, a single pass over the Viridian host, and with a silent, blinding flash, a section of the army simply ceased to exist. On the coast, the Viridian navy, a fleet of great galleons and warships with their sails full of wind, met an equally impossible force. 2 gray ships, long and low in the water, sat motionless. They were not made of wood, and they had no sails. As the first Viridian ship closed the distance, the front of one of the gray ships split open, and a fire bloomed from its belly. A projectile, trailing a ribbon of smoke, arced into the air, and struck a Viridian flagship with the force of a thunderbolt, detonating in a column of fire and splintered wood. It was over in moments. The modern destroyers, the USS Zumwalt and USS Michael Mansour, had unleashed their terrifying power. As the king's advisors huddled in the royal council chamber, news of the annihilation poured in. They spoke of the flying metal beasts and the fire-breathing ships. But then came the most baffling report of all. A strange star, not one that belonged to the night sky, had appeared. The mages, their faces pale with terror, spoke of it being not a star, but a satellite, a watchful eye in the heavens that could see all, even through the thickest clouds. The king, in his throne room, finally understood. He hadn't invaded a barbaric kingdom, he had poked a sleeping dragon, a world that had mastered not just the land and sea, but the very sky itself, and even the heavens beyond. His primitive kingdom had no chance against a civilization that had already achieved space domination, air superiority, and mastery of the seas. He had challenged a force of unimaginable power, and now, he could only watch as his proud army, the very symbol of his rule, was reduced to ash. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you like this content. Until then,